Alrighty guys, good afternoon, good evening to you guys out there. What's up? Hope everyone's doing good. Glad to have everybody here for another update here on the weather for you. We got ourselves actually several days of severe weather expected literally over the next couple of days. So we're going to need to be watching out for that probability. But what's up everybody? Hope everyone's doing good out there. Glad to have y'all. We actually got a few storms popping off here. In Texas, across portions of the western side of the state here. This is we're actually have a slight risk out there for today. Level 2 out of 5 on the severe spectrum. Kind of a last minute upgrade from what I've seen. So obviously, you know, we're not going to be able to do any coverage on this right now. But we're going to be talking about a little bit of what we can expect today with everything and going on like that. But anyways, what's up everybody? Hope everyone's doing well. Let's see, Proxy with a $40 donation. Proxy! What's up? Hope you're doing good. Thank you so much, Proxy, for the $40 donation. You absolutely rock, Proxy. Thank you so much. Saying, looking forward to another informative weather report from Andrew. Thanks for all you do, Andrew. Anytime, Proxy. You're very, very welcome. Thank you so much. That's super sweet of you. Very, very nice. Thank you so much, Proxy. It really means a lot. Helps out the channel more than you think. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Joseph says, hi, what's up? Hope you're doing good. We have Matthew. We have Hunter Plays. We have Anthony. We have Whitney. Let's see. We have Emily, Candace. We have Braden, Max, Kamer. I think that's how you say your name. Mega Man. What's up, everybody? Let's see. We have Matthew. What's up, dude? Hope you're doing good. Mackenzie. Brenda. I'm just trying to say hello to everybody here really quickly. Anyways, but let's go ahead and talk about this current storm real quick, and then we'll move into what we can expect over the next few days. Right now, we have a storm that's popping off here, like we said, in western Texas, kind of close to Midland, Texas. If you guys know where Midland's at, which is right next to Odessa, essentially right here is where we're looking at. This storm in particular has a possibility for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts as well as maybe quarter-size hail. You know, could be a possibility. You know, nothing too wild. Yeah, nothing too extreme out of this in particular storm here. Now, today, there is going to be the possibility for... the good news is not for tornadoes. I'm going to switch you all over here to the storm prediction center really quickly. So here's today's risk out there. You know, obviously you can see that, you know, we have that severe weather risk across the dark green and the yellow. The yellow is kind of the bullseye here. But this actually stretches all the way into eastern New Mexico, where the risk starts here, goes through the panhandle of Texas, obviously across portions of the west central side of Texas. And like I said, there's a slight risk there. That's that level 2. That's the bullseye. Out there kind of towards Lubbock, towards Midland, Odessa, Hobbs, New Mexico, West Odessa, Texas. You know, those regions are kind of listed right here in the slight risk, kind of the bullseye here. But also, like, for Amarillo, you guys are inside of the dark green, which, obviously is that level 1. Now, once again, tornado is not a concern. That's good news. Damaging winds is kind of the leading threat, followed by maybe some small hail possibilities. Nothing too extreme overall. Maybe just looking out for some wind gusts, maybe up to 60, maybe 70 at max. But other than that, y'all, that's kind of what we're looking at. So nothing too extreme. Tomorrow, we got a little marginal risk here, kind of across some of the same areas here, into portions of western Kansas, eastern portions of Colorado, actually, going through the Panhandle, the entire Panhandle of Oklahoma. Same thing for Texas. Once again, kind of some portions here in southeastern, New Mexico. Tornadoes, once again, not a concern. That's good news for tomorrow. Damaging winds and hail is once again the biggest concerns. Now, we move into Thursday. Now, we're going to be doing coverage on Thursday, because Thursday we have a bigger slight risk out there. Much bigger slight risk than we have here for today. So now there is no breakdown for this right now, but this does include some pretty populated areas in the bullseye zone here. We're talking Oklahoma City, we're talking Abilene, Texas, Norman, Oklahoma, Wichita Falls, Lawton, some pretty populated areas out there. Obviously you guys, do have that decent severe weather threat here, once again for Thursday, in which we are going to be watching out for. Here in the extended range, we don't have anything on the long-term table. But over the next 3 days, we do have the risk for severe weather. Obviously today, tomorrow, a little marginal, and then Thursday kind of seems to be the biggest day so far. Anyways, but that is that. Just wanted to make that clear there with you in terms of the Storm Prediction Center on the latest outlook. Anyways, we're going to take a look here. As you can see on the satellite view across the country, looking pretty nice out there. Central Plains region got a lot of blocking high pressure out there. Got some good old overall conditions. Tell you what, I can actually turn on. There's the winds. Don't want to turn off the satellite there. Let's see. There we go. All right. So, yeah, you can kind of see the pressure is higher, kind of out towards these areas here in the central U.S. Pretty clear. Overall, pretty nice out there. We got a big old swirl of a low-pressure system still impacting the northeast here. It's going to be continuing here for the next few days. I mean, it's actually stalling, essentially, as we have this low-pressure system located kind of up, east of Michigan, kind of over southern Ontario. And we're kind of seeing, just this kind of stationary mess of a low-pressure system here. And obviously, that's just kind of, how it's been over the last few days. I mean, nothing too special going on out there. But yeah, no, this is going to continue for the next little bit, and then obviously, this will be tracking its way out. But we're still seeing a lot of cloud cover across the Ohio Valley here. Obviously a bit of rain and all that fun stuff mixing in as well. Overall, just a very, very fun time, I guess you could call it. Anyways, let's see. Is this week the worst? Hold on. Anthony says, is this week the worst the storms will be between this week and next week? Well, there's simply no way to know that, unfortunately. Like I said, models really aren't that clear going out too far. Like I said, I've said this many, many times on the channel. I really don't trust the models more than 5 days out, really, unless I see some serious agreement, in which that's not always the case. So right now, there is absolutely no way of telling that. But I do tell you what, according to the models here, we're taking a look at the NAM, which is the North American model. We got a lot of energy, a lot of what we call CAPE, which is basically that thunderstorm juice. A lot of that CAPE is being advected to the north from the Gulf of Mexico. So you see all of this colorful magic that's happening down here in the southern plains. Even actually some for like central plains. Like I said, this is all that thunderstorm juice, essentially. The thunderstorm fuel and everything like that. So we have a lot of northerly advection, a lot of this warm air that's just, really invading the southern plains area. And that's going to be, kind of giving those areas a potential threat over the next few days of severe weather, in which, like I said, we do have the next 3 days severe weather, including those regions out there. Like I said, on the here, I'm going to do this real quickly. Like I said, on the Storm Prediction Center, we have this risk going all the way up to central Kansas here for Thursday. Once again, we are going to be covering out for this. And what you can see as we move up into Thursday, the available energy or that thunderstorm juice we were talking about, potentially goes all the way up here even higher, maybe even up into like Nebraska. Like I said, that cutoff point from the Storm Prediction Center has that that severe weather risk kind of cutting off there in central Kansas, essentially. In which, I'm going to grab a little sounding real quickly. I just want to see how violent the atmosphere potentially could be for Nebraska. Because overall, they are inside that zone where there is, enough stability. Now, I see why that they, actually, the more I look at this, I see why they did not include these areas. The winds are just simply way too weak to, really organize any storm structure. Even though there is that energy for thunderstorms, it would not hold up very well. Because, like I said, those winds are just simply a little bit too weak across the middle portions of the atmosphere, several thousand feet up. It needs to be moving quicker than what it's presenting. Now, not going to say it's impossible for a few little showers, maybe some thunder showers to pop out, but they should be relatively short-lived. Shouldn't be anything too crazy. But then, like I said, that changes once we move up here towards, like, Texas. I mean, we have a lot of energy out there. I mean, we're talking loads of instability, thunderstorm juice out there. It's going to be in a pretty decent environment there. And what I'm actually noticing here is, so here's the thing. So here's the surface. Think of this as the ground level here. The winds are moving kind of north-northeast. They're kind of moving north-northeast. And as you go up in the atmosphere at this level right here, this is around 6 kilometers at this point, the winds drastically change direction. So you see it going from north to kind of east. So you can see how it changes directions like that, going up in the atmosphere. So this is the ground, the surface, go all the way up. This is 6 kilometers. So do the conversion to feet if you'd like to for kilometers. But like I said, as you go up in the atmosphere, that changes into the direction. So that's going to throw off the possibility for some tornadoes right off the bat. And like I said, there is no direct breakdown on the Storm Prediction Center for day 3 or higher, which obviously day 3 is Thursday, which is that slight risk, the big day. But I could already tell you right off the bat, yes, tornadoes will be a concern. Unlike the next 2 days, between today and tomorrow, there's no risk for severe weather. There is no risk for tornadoes. But Thursday, like I said, though, I think that is where we are seeing that line being broken to where tornadoes will be a concern out there. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom down here towards Texas. I'm gonna really specifically kind of zoom into Texas here for a second. Now something else I want to look at. So like I said, we have all the thunderstorm juice, all of this thunderstorm activity over there, or the juice, the available energy for thunderstorms right in there. Now, something I want to look at is the humidity kind of around the middle portion of the atmosphere. Okay. So higher humidity obviously can kind of decline hail growth, essentially. But I'm telling you what, there are some areas here. I'm just going to grab a little sounding here. I'm kind of looking at that hail potential out of it. Now, honestly, I really don't see anything too significant regarding hail as of now from this in particular model. However, I do see damaging winds being a very big concern. So I think this main event here is mostly going to be driven by damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60, 70 plus, and then of course, like I said, that tornado probability does seem to be pretty decent here for Thursday. So to my friends out there, once again, towards Texas. Right here, here's the current risk out there. If you live in central Texas, if you live in central Oklahoma, central portions of Kansas, I would highly recommend that you are watching the weather here for these days. Because, like I said, it does appear that the environment is obviously available to be producing those hazards. Once again, damaging winds, tornadoes being the biggest concern. Not saying that there's going to be no hail, but I'm just not seeing anything completely significant right now. Nothing that's completely mind-blowing, essentially. So right now, hail threat, I don't seem to be the biggest concern, but we'll continue to see how the models, react over the next couple of days. And obviously, as we get closer to this event, the more the models get into a fair agreement mode, because we're getting more information of the current situation, of the current time and observations and all that stuff gets plugged into models, and obviously things become a little bit more clearer. So that's something we're just going to need to watch out for. Tomorrow, of course, sometime I'll give you all an update on this, see what the models are talking about at the point. But overall, hey, I mean, that's just kind of what it seems to be like, basically over the next little bit. Hopefully that made some sense for you guys. Like I said, just looking out really for the Central Plains region. Now, whenever it comes to the extended range out here, we're going to switch over to the American GFS. This is the, like I said, this is basically the long-range model. And whenever it comes to it here, according to the model here, we're actually switch over to this this website here. Same model, same GFS. According to the model, obviously we have this big old low up here, just causing, just kind of stationary. I mean, it's just kind of a problem. But that's going to be mostly moving out here by the 4th, which is good. But then, as you can kind of see here, for Thursday, we get another little system, popping off here like in western Kansas, western Oklahoma. This system will track its way eastward, maybe delivering some rain for like the Missouri area, for the Midwest regions, eventually tracking in towards the Tennessee, Ohio Valley, moving through the Mid-Atlantic potentially, then following the potential of another system here kind of for like the 8th. Now at this point, we're kind of getting into that zone where I don't like to push any further, but according to the models here, we are seeing that possibility of another system that could be impacting like the northern plains. As of right now, it does not seem to be anything significant, regarding any snow. Obviously, I think we're mostly done with snow, except for this little blast that we're seeing naturally out here through. So that actually brings us up to the northeast here at this point, because like I said, we actually do have the threat for some snow here. We do have the threat for some snow out there. Maybe even some snow showers being a possibility there towards, eastern Ohio, maybe portions of southwestern New York State, Pennsylvania. Now we're really watching the areas, right up across the, right up across the Blue Ridge Mountains here, right up there in the upper elevations of like West Virginia. That is where we are, obviously, in the cooler environment. Obviously, the higher you go up, the more cooler the temperatures do get to an extent. Now, at this point, the mountains sit up a lot taller, further away from sea level, means it's going to be cooler. And all this precipitation is going to be rolling through. It's going to be falling in the form of snow since it's cooler up there. So that is kind of one of the problems that we are watching. So that's to my West Virginia friends out there. Now, whenever it comes to the expected snowfall, which I'm going to go ahead and bring you all over here to right now, we're going to take a look here at the blend of models. Just taking a look at a kind of a mixture view here. Whenever it comes to it, my friends, whenever it does come to it, yeah, this is not really the best of view here. We're gonna move this regional here, the Mid-Atlantic region. Should be able to give you all a pretty good view out there regarding snow. So once again, this is the blend of models. Takes a whole bunch of models, kind of blends them all together, giving you a decent projection. Now here's the thing, across those upper elevations, we're talking, according to the blend here, once again, a bunch of mixed models, kind of, intertwining here. Whenever it comes to it, there are some areas that might even be breaching up near a foot, believe it or not. Like I said, that's just pretty crazy. Now, I want to go ahead and take a look at a few other models, like the GFS real quickly and the ECMWF, just so we can kind of get like a good grounding point to kind of see what the models individually have to say, essentially. Now, whenever it comes to it, wow, yep. Holy cow, the American GFS shows over a foot being possible across like the east central portions of West Virginia here over the next few days. That's a lot more than I was thinking, honestly. European model, or the ECMWF we call it. This one is, yeah, I mean, honestly, in kind of some areas here, talking potentially over a foot. Wow. Yeah, no, I was not expecting any of that accumulation being possible. I did see earlier that they did actually put out a winter storm warning. Yeah, there you go. You can see them. They actually put out winter storm warnings for some of those areas that we were just talking about. So those, potentially we could be seeing, well over a foot of snow. Freeze warnings for these areas in these blue colors right here, and then this one little county here, which is in very far western Maryland. This little county right here. I don't know exactly the name of the county, but this little county on the very far western side of Maryland, under a winter weather advisory. So winter weather advisory basically means, some mild impacts of winter weather could be expected. A lot of red flag warnings out there in Georgia. Low humidity, high winds, creating the favorable environment for obviously showing the favorable environment there for wildfires to occur. Also, a lot of wind advisories kind of surrounding those areas in the tan, which is interesting. Let's see here. Liam is a member for 4 months. Category 1 club. Thank you so much there, Liam. Greatly appreciated. Saying, yo, Andrew, I hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Hope you're doing good yourself. Can't believe I've been a member for 4 months. Yeah, I hear you. That's pretty crazy. Well, thank you, dude. Greatly appreciated. Means a lot. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. We had snow last year in May. Yeah, May is kind of the cutoff point from what it seems to be. Obviously next month, moving into June. Wow, it's already almost June. Holy cow. Seems like this year just started. Like, wow. But yeah, no, that's kind of the cutoff point is May, essentially, which is really interesting. Now, here's something I did when I actually brought up this page to show you guys this. So remember how we were talking about the upper state of Michigan, how they're seeing a lot of potential snowfall out of this? Kind of a lot of lake effect snow driven by this low pressure system. Yeah. I tell you what, we are seeing a heck of a lot of accumulations actually being reported out here. So these regions in this little bubble, kind of where that maroon color starts to appear, that is the zones where we are seeing over 12 inches of snowfall. In total, you can see how this, the color table gets up into the kind of the end of the pinks here. So you can kind of see right there is about that color right in there. So we're talking like 20 to 24 inches of snow that has been reported. Now, this was as of 8 a.m. this morning, Eastern time, which I believe this zone's in the Central Time Zone, if I'm not mistaken. So this would have been at 7 local, the time that this was reported here. But can you believe that? Over 2 feet of snow has fallen. That's crazy. That is a lot of snow. And something I do actually want to go ahead and show you guys, before the season of snow ends, this is kind of a recap here. I might even make a video on this eventually, kind of showing you which areas, kind of which areas have seen the heaviest amounts. I mean, obviously, a very, very sad year for the Southeast and Mid-Atlantic. I mean, it was pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. Hardly seen any snow at all. But obviously, California, yeah, you guys got completely screwed over this last winter. I mean, it's been pretty crazy out there. I mean, we were constantly seeing these atmospheric rivers that just kept on dumping more and more snow day after day. I mean, you guys have gotten so much snow this winter. It's crazy. Now, luckily, that is pretty much all good and gone. However, I will tell you guys, I do want to take a look at the satellite for 1 second. Because, like I said, we looked at this the other day. And you could actually still see some of the snow. It might be a little difficult now because it looks like there's a little bit of a cloud cover out there. But we'll see what we can do here for you. We're going to zoom out here towards California. We're going to change this to true color. Yeah, it sees a little bit of cloud cover out there. Now, that's another topic. We actually have a low pressure system that's kind of moving into the southwestern side. So that's where you can see the winds kind of moving kind of north-ish. Another little low pressure system's kind of rolling through. As you can see, the clouds are moving up here to the north. Anyways, but let me bring this back to like yesterday. Should be pretty good to go. Yeah, there you go. You can really see it there. So look at this. So watch that. You can see obviously the white that's moving. Those are clouds. But you see the stationary areas that are just white? Yeah, those are those upper elevations there, still covered in snow. And like I said, obviously as things heat up, that snow's going to start melting, and that water's got to go somewhere. It's going to start going downstream, and obviously that could cause some flooding concerns at some point. So, it depends on how fast it melts, essentially. If it melts slowly, that could be pretty good. But if it melts fastly, say if we have a heat wave or something that goes out there, that could be a problem. So we'll just need to watch out for it. Let's see. Theodore says, Andrew, are we still in the end zone neutral this spring and for how long? Yes, I do believe we are. Let me take a look here real quickly. Actually, we're getting close to El Nino, y'all. Wow. Yep, so if you don't know, I don't know if you guys have ever heard the term La Nina, El Nino. It's basically how cold, how warm the central Pacific is, the ocean temperatures anyways. and that really influences global weather. El Nino means that the surface temperatures of the equator, right there at the Pacific, the biggest ocean in the world, obviously has a lot of impacts since of its massive size. But there at the equator, the temperatures in an El Nino are above normal. They're hotter than normal. La Nina, they're colder than normal. And we are seeing colder than normal temperatures across the equator of the Pacific for the last while until kind of around, kind of March, we broke that from what it looks like. So basically that point of negative 0.5, which is right here in 0.5, this sounds a little confusing, but it's not. This is neutral territory. So this is neither, El Nino or La Nina. La Nina would be down here. El Nino would be up here. And you can kind of see the graph, how we've kind of pulled out of a La Nina. We went to a neutral state. We're kind of in that upper neutral state now. So we're getting close to kind of an El Nino situation here, in which, we probably are going to be here. It seems like a little bit of a downtrend in the latest few observations. But we'll watch it. Yeah, no, we'll definitely keep an eye out there for those conditions. Because like I said, obviously, the oceans definitely do have a big impact out there. Let's see. I haven't even had severe weather season yet. And we're on our way to El Nino. Yep, it looks like we might be getting an El Nino. Actually, let me look at this real quickly. Here, let's pull this up here really quickly for y'all. Yeah, here we go. So here's the projected views. Yeah, wow. Would you look at that? Yep, a lot of the models now are projecting El Nino. I didn't even notice that. I haven't really looked at this screen here in a while. Here, we're going to bring it all over here real quickly. So here's the projections. Yeah, this is the latest April projection. Obviously, you can see the trend here. The middle point between the models has this going above that 0.5 marker as we were talking about. So there's the neutral zone. This is El Nino. And then this is La Nina down here. So we kind of pulled out of a La Nina. We went through kind of neutral, which is where we're at right now. And the models have this thing projecting fairly into El Nino. Now, what that means is that essentially the hurricane season could be a little bit more below normal this year. Typically in La Nina events, what we were in for the last several years, actually, because these change about every 4 to 7 years. And, we were in La Nina since, 2019, I believe. And so since 2019, obviously we've been having some pretty active hurricane season. 2020 took the cake for the most active storm-wise. We had 30 named storms in 2020. 2020 was a crazy year in general. Now, when it comes to it here, like I said, obviously we had the heightened activity. Like I said, La Nina represents a more stronger hurricane season due to less trade winds. That those winds that go across the equator essentially, or near the equator, are weaker than normal in an El Nino or La Nina, which basically means that hurricanes are free to thrive essentially. Now, whenever it comes to it, we are actually seeing, that El Nino that's in place potentially for this hurricane season. In which what that means is that we're probably going to see stronger trade winds, meaning there's going to be potentially more shear, we call it, that's going to hurt any tropical development or hurt some of the tropical development. So I think we might even be in line for a little bit less active of a hurricane season compared to what we've seen. But overall, that's that. Anyways, but yeah, that's just kind of something I do want to talk about since we were already on that topic. But anyways, here's current observations, y'all. Yeah, once again, we got this really broad, crazy low pressure system. Just been a mess, really, over the last several days here. Got a low up there. Eventually expected to kind of roll out here over the next few days. Should be out by the 4th, which is on Thursday. We got a lot of these winds screaming down here from the Canadian areas. Obviously from Canada, we're seeing a lot of this cooler air kind of being pulled down a little bit here from the north. High pressure's building in, which is great. We got, like I said, we looked at the satellite view, which I can show you guys real quickly once again. Really not much. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong screen there. Really not much going on out there. Just you can see this big old pocket of clearness essentially. Yeah, once again you can see the little wind barbs pointing south, southeast. Basically, that's the flow of the air. The winds are kind of pulling down here. Higher pressures available. Overall, pretty nice, actually. And you can actually see here on the latest satellite scans, we do have a few thunderstorms popping off. Yeah, you can actually see that in these little bubbles there. But anyways, but that's that. But let's go and take a look at this little thunderstorm we were watching. It looks like it's kind of just a convective mess. Like I said, we actually do have a slight risk out here right now across, western Texas. Doesn't seem to be holding up too well. We've had a few severe thunderstorm warnings out of it, but it's really nothing too extreme. Like I said, right now, obviously, sun's going down, all that stuff. This is just not really in a crazy environment. Honestly, I don't even know why they warranted a slight risk here. But they do what they want to do here. But like I said, it's just a big blob of just thunderstorms. I mean, these storms are barely moving. This guy down here towards like Odessa, kind of west of Odessa here, barely even moving. It's just crazy. But yeah, but that's just that's kind of the discussion out there at the current moment. We actually do have a severe thunderstorm warning though. Up here in northwestern Texas. Look at this. Oh, what's going on up here? Less than 60-mile-an-hour winds, so damaging wind gusts are not expected out of this. However, quarter-size hail is possible. Kind of towards Dalhart, Texas, which is very far northwestern panhandle of Texas. That's that. Let's see here. But yeah, Harley says, hey, what's up, Harley? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Nemo with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Nemo. Really appreciate it. Say, what happened to Illinois? Heartbreaking. What happened to Illinois is heartbreaking, and I believe it's still going on. Dust storm warning. I did hear about that. There was a bit of dust storms kicking off. One of my monitors cut off for a second. Anyways, once again, thank you for the 5. First of all, greatly appreciated. Let's see. Did they? They might have this here. Let me see if we can pull that up for y'all really quickly. We're gonna full screen this real quick. Dude, one of my monitors is completely glitching out. Keeps on cutting out there. What the heck, monitor? Come on, dude. So if my stream goes crazy, oh no, it's doing it. Oh no. Oh, come on. I think I broke my setup here, y'all. Hold on. It's probably going to glitch out a few times. I might need to fix this here. Oh, God. Oh, I think I may have fixed it. Maybe. Uh-oh. Did I? There we go. Okay. Hopefully it stays. Anyways, sorry about that. But yeah, no, there is a few dust storm warnings from what I've actually seen here. Before I even started, it was showing a bunch of those popping off there. We also do have a lot of red flag warnings up across Minnesota due to that low humidity and that those quick winds rolling through. Absolutely. Itai, welcome to the tropical storm. Thank you so much, dude. Let's see. YouTube's updated chat box is annoying. It's so short. I haven't really noticed it personally. Let's see. Nemo says 6 people have died on I-55 in the dust storm. Wow, that's terrible. What state was that in, Nemo? That's terrible. I mean, yeah, we've actually been observing here, which I'll go ahead and show y'all real quickly. We've actually been observing a lot of strong winds across Iowa. I mean, right now they're moving at 30 mile an hour, essentially sustained. With higher gusts and that humidity. Like I said, all that dry air that's we were just talking about coming down from Canada, moving into the central U.S. I mean, that's dry air mixing in with that strong winds. I mean, that's just fire fuel essentially. Just a bunch of fire fuel. So, let's see. I'm seeing Illinois. Whitney says Illinois. Gotcha. Yeah, that's terrible. Terrible news. Let's see. Jay says, "Can I check on Boonville, Mississippi, for any storms?" Yeah, we could do that for you. Let's see. We're gonna move you all over here to this view. So you said Boonville, right? Boonville. Let's see. Boonville, Mississippi. I don't think there's much going on in Mississippi, actually. There we go. All right. So, yeah, you're northeastern side. Yeah. Doesn't look like there's much going on out here. Here, I'll tell you what. We're going to switch all over to the Storm Prediction Center here. Yeah, as of right now, there's really not much happening, at least over the next 3 days, regarding any crazy weather. Like I said, back on the Storm Prediction here, you know, really to you guys who's watching this right now, for the most part regarding severe thunderstorms, really got to consider watching, you know, Central Texas, obviously Central Oklahoma, Central Kansas, you know, these regions for Thursday in the red. That's kind of the biggest area we got to watch out for. Now for Wednesday here, tomorrow, we got a little risk out here for severe weather being possible, you know, across these regions on the additional side, which we'll keep an eye on it. And then obviously today, you know, some of that little area out here, even in like eastern New Mexico essentially. So basically, overall, y'all, you know, these regions right here, as we just kind of unveiled here, those areas got to be watching out for possible severe weather over the next 3 days, which I think Thursday could be something pretty interesting. And like I said, we were actually breaking that down here earlier in this live stream. We actually came and we determined that there will be the possibility for tornadoes. I think that's one of the main driving factors for Thursday. Once again, for like Central Texas, you know, I think that damaging wind gusts, you know, potentially up to 60, 70 max could be possible. It was Illinois between St. Louis and Springfield. Oh, gotcha. That's terrible. Let's see. Can we actually see this on the satellite view? Let's see here. Yeah, this program's been a little glitchy today. See, it's having a hard time. It's having a little bit of a hard time here. There we go. Keeping up. Okay, latest scans. Yeah, we got a bit of, I think these are altocumulus out here. Interesting. Yeah, you really can't see much of that, but I can tell you those winds are pretty strong. I mean, even the surface stations here are showing over like 30 miles an hour sustained. You know, that's pretty quick moving stuff here. Kathy is lightning bad. Yeah. Where you at there, Kathy? Stay safe. Daniel, welcome to Tropical Storm Club. Thanks so much, dude. Saying, hey, what's up? There's more than 70 car piled up on the dust storm wrecking Illinois. Are you? Wow, that's terrible. Let me pull up the actual National Weather Service website here. They probably have stuff on it. Yeah. Special weather statement here. Yeah. Yep, there you go. Here, I'll go ahead and show y'all. This is all I can pull up on it right now. Very windy conditions for elevated fire risk today. Strong northwest winds are expected today until about sunset, with wind gusts around 45 miles an hour, may result in the travel difficulties. High-profile vehicles, in addition, localized blowing dust may occur, reducing visibility, especially near recently plowed fields. Very low humidity is expected. Relative humidity values of 15 to 25% this afternoon. Combination of the winds, low humidity will result in elevated fire danger. Outdoor burning is discouraged today. There you go. Yeah. Got to thank the Canadians for this one, giving us all that dry air. Come on. It's the Canadians' fault. Darn you, Canadians. Always bringing us all that dry air. Yeah, they're bringing us a bunch of dry air out here and a lot of these strong winds. Now, I blame this low pressure system. This is the main problem right here, essentially. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Roby said, I think Roby, is that your name? Roby says, hello again from Southwest Missouri. What's up, Roby? Let's see here. Roby. Keep your dry air, eh? That's funny. Let's see, Benjamin says, I'm Canadian. Hey, no hard feelings to my Canadians out there. We love y'all. It's just you're just giving us a bit of a dry time right now. Bunch of dry air coming down. Let's see how our Texarkana be for the next few days. I guess you meant next few days. So yeah, like I said, we did talk about Texas does have a risk out here. For severe weather over the next couple of days, which we are going to be looking out for. Let me look here. Here, we're going to go ahead and switch all over here to the Storm Prediction Center. Okay, so yeah, Odessa is not particularly in the severe weather risk here. The closest you would get to having severe weather would be on Thursday, which we'll keep an eye on it for. You can see right there, there's Texarkana right there, very, very far northeastern Texas. And like I said, that severe weather risk is across the dark green and especially the yellow, kind of being the bullseye. Now, you are in a thunderstorm threat, meaning there's a chance for a few thunderstorms, but once again, severe weather is not really expected. Yeah. Let's see here. Daniel with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, dude. Saying, Andrew, your setup has 100% gotten better. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you, Daniel. Very, very sweet of you. Yeah, thank you so much. Barbara. Here, we're going to switch over back here. Wow. Barbara, let's see. Here's a zip code that might help. 79762. All along prepper. Let's see. 79762. 79762. Here we go. All right. This is across Odessa. Okay. Yeah, like I said, Odessa, we got a word to talk about Odessa here. Today, there's actually a little risk out there. New severe thunderstorm warning actually just got issued. Odessa, kind of seeing a bunch of, slow-moving storms around you right now. These guys aren't really severe. Not too worried about that right now. But actually, tomorrow, too, you're actually in another risk for severe weather. But tonight, it's going to be possible for a few thunderstorms. Now, this guy, that's looking a little bit better than what it was here. Yeah, look at that. Looks like it might be even organizing a little bit. But once again, like I said, I mentioned, though, is that these storms are, not even moving. Or they're hardly moving at all. I mean, they're just chilling. Now, this guy's kind of moving up north a bit. Let's see. How fast are these things going? Moving north at 25. Let's see here. We keep giving you guys bad weather, essentially. Let's see here. Daniel says up. Let's see. Okay. Hide that. Upgrade my PC with RTX 4070. Wow, that's crazy. Is Omaha, Nebraska going to get hit? Okay. Here's the thing. So Omaha, Nebraska in general, as we were looking at the models earlier, there's enough energy in the atmosphere to fire off potential thunderstorms. The problem is that just the winds across the lower portion of the atmosphere are just too weak to support any serious organization of severe weather. So for you, I'm not going to say that it's going to be impossible, but right now you do have a a thunderstorm threat. Non-severe weather right now there's no severe thunderstorms expected, but a few thunderstorms Thursday could theoretically happen. Yeah. Can't be ruled out. Let's see. Darren says zip code for Virginia Beach. You have 3 yesterday, I believe. I don't think that was yesterday. Was that the day before? I think it was the day before. But yeah, no, I did hear about that. That's crazy. Virginia is my home state. Let's see. Will Minnesota have any severe weather anytime soon? This is Grace. Not anytime soon. From what we're, on the extended range, anything like that. At least over the next week, probably not. Yeah, probably not. Let's see here. But yeah, no, that's that. Let's see. Memphis sent out a look. What's coming up this following week? It says Friday next week supposed to have thunderstorms. Says Jordan. Gotcha. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna bring you all back over here to the. Whoa, that's really zoomed in. I'm gonna bring you guys back over here to the extended range here, the American GFS for a second. There we go. So, like I said, obviously, in the current time period, we have this low pressure system that's causing a bunch of cloud cover, a bunch of problems. Big old shot of dry air coming from Canada, high pressure building in, obviously wildfire material. This track is way down in time. We got a little bit of a spin up here towards California. It's going to drive a little bit more precipitation across the upper northwest. Another system here for the 4th and the 5th. Obviously, this is the same system that's going to be driving that severe weather here for Thursday that we are going to be covering here for Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. This track's eastward. Now, there's going to be the possibility of overall, a little bit of rain out there. You said towards Tennessee. And I see you're saying now Friday. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be impossible for any thunderstorms, but right now I don't see too much of a severe weather concern out there for you. But I do know that this rain, potentially convective, maybe a little bit of thunderstorms could be possible in it. I'm not saying it's not. But that could be driving through like the Ohio Valley. We're talking Tennessee, Kentucky, my home state here now. Illinois, Indiana, Mid-Atlantic region, North Carolina, Virginia there, and then tracking out. Then another system potentially for like the 8th could form across the north. But anything after this, I really don't like looking at because it's still a little too far out there. But anyways, yeah, no, that's kind of what we're looking at there. Let's see here. Got some more zip codes. Gotcha. All right, we'll get to y'all here in 1 second. I see an interesting comment coming in from Darren. It says, get a no weather radio. Best $20 I've ever spent year ago. Let's see, best feature, alarm feature, go to bed, hit alarm, switch, go to sleep. Trust me, you'll definitely hear the warning. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you'll definitely hear it if you have the right radio. Oh, my goodness. There's actually, here, there's my newest edition, which I'll see if I can. Here, let me try zooming in. I don't know how well this is going to do. Uh-oh. Here. Trying to. Here. Okay, anyways, there you go. You can kind of see it. I actually have an advisor here. This is a test they did, which a required weekly test. Honestly, yeah, no, I do recommend getting one of these because it could help save your life one day. Because it'll let you know. Like I said, not a sponsor or anything to these companies. Just for your safety, recommend getting one. God, I hate that. Going down the wrong way. That is the worst thing ever. But what I was going to say is that I have a bunch of other weather radios here too. I mean, I have like a whole entire fleet of them. Golly, I hate that so much. Woo! All right, we're good. We're good. All right, let's go ahead and get to some of these zip codes here. Golly, I hate that so much. All right, let's see here. We have E. Todd wants to take a look here at 97502. 97502. All right, Oregon. Wow. We don't really have too many people come from Oregon around here. But really nothing much craziness is expected. Yeah, we got a little cyclone just south of you, essentially. A little bit of rain is possible. Yeah, a little bit of rain is definitely a possibility, but anything extreme, nah, not really expecting too much. Oh, man. That is the worst thing that could happen. So you got to get a new weather radio. Old one bit the dust, says Barbara. Gotcha. Yeah, no, honestly, I have weather radios for decades, essentially. I have a whole bunch of them. Let's see here. Scott with a $2.20 donation. Thank you so much there, Scott. Really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. Whitney has a zip code as well. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and switch into zip code mode here for you guys. We're going to start taking requests of zip codes now because I know how much y'all love those. And honestly, getting the word out there is the best. Let's see. Whitney, 80128. 80128. Colorado. Okay. Yeah, okay, here's the thing. So we did actually mention areas in Colorado does have the chance for severe weather, but you, my friend, do not. However, according to the Storm Prediction Center, there is a chance that you might be able to see a few thunderstorms out there. You know, as you are in the generalized thunderstorm risk. Possible. Yeah, that is a possibility. Actually, for the next 3 days, you're in that thunderstorm risk. So, keep an eye on it. Not entirely likely, but can't be ruled out, essentially. Todd says, thank you, no problem. Let's see here. Will I cover next week as well? Anthony? Yes. Yeah, we will. Let's see. Hunter, once we take a look here at 75778. Let's see. 75778. All right. So this is in Texas. Okay. Yeah, I think you're actually in that day, Thursday risk, if I'm not mistaken. Here, we're going to turn on day 3 real quickly. Okay. Oh, you know, you're actually in the general thunderstorm. So right now, you're not in the risk for severe weather for Thursday. I said Thursday, we got a pretty decent day of severe weather lined up for us. So, you know, it's going to be possible of some thunderstorms that day. But for you right now, they're not expected to be severe. But it's still 3 days out, or essentially 2 days out at this point. So, you know, shifting could occur. You could be introduced in that risk. Oh, wow, look at that. We're starting to get a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings popping up now. Let's see. Whoa, what's going on down here? Uh-oh. What's going on down there? Kind of a mountain thunderstorm. Here, let's see. We're going to switch towards Midland. Don't really have too many radars out here at this storm here, but towards Marathon, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 1.25-inch hail. I don't think there's many people that live out here, though. Mainly over rural areas of central Brewster County. Hail damage to vehicles expected. Expect considerable tree damage. So, yeah, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Moving southeast at 15 miles an hour. Like I said, these storms are barely even moving. I mean, they're just kind of chilling. How about Florence, Alabama? Yeah, now, severe weather across those regions is not really expected. Once again, you know, we're just kind of looking right now for the next 3 days. Anyways, regarding severe weather for the next 3 days, the main concerns is like central Texas, central Oklahoma, and central Kansas. That's kind of like the main areas. So, you know, you can actually see it right here. That severe weather risk, kind of goes across this dark green line right here. That's where that severe weather threat starts, level 1 out of 5 on the spectrum. Then level 2 across the yellow. That's kind of a bigger threat. Once again, we are going to be live here Thursday to cover this here, which Thursday seems to be the biggest day regarding severe weather. Yeah. Robin says, hi, Andrew. What's up? Let's see. Is it true that Minnesota will get severe storms next week? This is Grace. No. Yeah, we just talked about that there, Grace. Yeah, you asked me the similar question when you're going to see that. Not expecting anytime soon. Yeah, you're not anytime soon here. Let's see. Phoenix at first triple-digit day. Ooh, that's terrible. Terrible. Let's see here. Robin says, hi, Andrew. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. That same storm just went through here towards Midland, says Barbara. Oh, I gotcha. Logan wants me to take a look here at 54409. Of course. Let's see. 54409. Wisconsin. Oh, okay. Wow. I just did not realize they actually have a thunderstorm threat. Holy cow. That's a big old thunderstorm threat. I just realized. Yeah, so actually here for Thursday, there's going to be a possibility for a few thunderstorms, but anything severe. Like I said, no severe thunderstorms are expected. I'd still say it's a pretty low threat overall. Pretty low chance anyways. But you never know. We'll keep an eye on it. That's for Thursday. Let me dive more into that though. Here, I'm gonna bring out some of these models. Here we go. Models, we'll do NAM 3K. Don't even think NAM 3K will go out this far, but we'll drop down to the latest one. Yeah, the latest model that's actually fully done here. Let's see. Okay, we track way down in time. Oh, there you go. Right at the end of the model there. Okay. Yeah. No, that looks possible. You kind of see there towards Wisconsin, maybe a few little thunder showers. A few little thunderstorms could pop up. Yeah, we'll watch it. We'll see what happens. Like I said, not saying it's impossible. We'll see. Let's see here. Got really windy today. Tried to go to sleep. Gotcha. See, shaking. Wow. Hear the trees. I can hear them shaking. That's crazy, man. Yeah, those winds are pretty strong out there, especially across like the, towards like the Midwest region right now. Pretty brutal. Ice Cream says, "What is an omega block in WW?" I keep seeing it on my phone. So an omega block here. Let me show you an example. Here, I'll go ahead and I'll bring you all over to this view. Here's a United States zone. So an omega block is basically, that's kind of what we are looking at right now. So we got that. Oh, probably should change to different colors. So basically it's where you have a trough, basically a dip in the jet stream, and you have a big old ridging across the central U.S., and you got another trough across the northeast. So that omega block that we're looking at, so basically we have a low pressure out here, that little low pressure system we were looking at. Obviously, this big old enormous low pressure system that's across the northeast right now, and then you got the high pressure that's across the central plains. So this is a phenomenon we call a omega high, and this point basically prevents any severe weather from happening because of the high pressure that's built in. So overall, this is the classic omega high, the classic omega high phenomenon here. Two lows on each side and a high pressure across the middle. And like I said, we can actually see that right now on the current observational page. As you can see how there's a lot of clearing across the central plains. Like I said, high pressure is built into those regions, and the clouds are flushed out, essentially. But yeah, that is what an omega high is. Let's see here. Let's see. Haley, once we take a look here at Missouri. Okay. So, Haley, I remember where you're at. Let's see. So, Haley, when it comes to you, there's no risk out there for severe weather, but there is a chance for maybe a few thunderstorms, actually. You can kind of see in the later model of NAM 3K here for the 4th, so Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, maybe a few showers and thunderstorms could happen maybe early or kind of late afternoon, early evening maybe. But take that with a grain of salt. I mean, it's a little difficult that far out to be pinpointing things, but yeah. Looking northeast from my dad's old house, pretty stormy. Looks, lots of lightning, thunder too. Still pretty loud yet. This is Barbara. Barbara, you said you're in Texas, right? Holy cow! Yeah, they're starting to issue a lot of warnings out here, but they're all for lower. They're kind of low-end warnings though. But still, you should take action based off of them. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, according to the models here, it's just going to be a few little pop-up isolated storms potentially. Now, once again, like I said, tornadoes is not a concern today, so that's good news. Yeah, main concern today is maybe some gusty winds, kind of leading concern here. Maybe even following by it, some hail could theoretically happen. But yeah, no, that's kind of all that's expected here. Barbara says in Odessa. Gotcha. Yeah, let's see, Odessa. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably where you're talking about. Towards you said your dad's. Wait, what did you say? Your dad's old house, yeah. So you're probably looking west then, since if you're in Odessa. What I'm assuming here, because that's right where we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. Or you could be looking to the north. I don't know. There's kind of storms all around you right now. This one might. I mean, it looks like there is even a storm right over you right now. Interesting. Let's see. Ice Cream says, interesting. Think you learned something new today. Yeah. You're very welcome. Max wants me to take a look here at 78666. All right, let's see. Okay, you're in Texas, my friend. Okay. All right, so yeah, you do have severe weather risk actually here for Thursday. So Thursday, got to watch out there, my friend. You're in a level 1 out of 5. Obviously, that's the lowest threat for severe weather, but still, you're in a risk of damaging and life-threatening storms. That's what the overall severe weather risk talks about. Now, you're in the lowest threat of that, so the likelihood of you seeing severe weather is still fairly low. But like I said, when it comes to it, though, there's still a chance. So keep an eye on it. Let's see here. But yeah, no, that's that. Let's see. Fernando says, I'm going to celebrate my birthday party on May 6th, Saturday afternoon, but I don't know yet. Have to check with the weather. So yeah, making sure I'm family. Gotcha. Oh, well, Fernando, obviously happy birthday to you. And thanks for joining. Yeah, just let me know where, and I can look at it for you. Let's see, has 75063 been checked yet? Let's see, no, I don't think so. Maybe Irving, Texas. Irving, okay. Yeah, you're kind of there in Dallas. So, yeah, same thing applies to you as the last person we just looked at here. Level 1 out of 5, like I said, it's obviously a pretty low chance for severe weather, but like I said, you're still in that damaging thunderstorm potential risk. You're still in that risk for where damaging storms could be possible. So, watch out Thursday. Yeah. Let's see here. Robin 44601. Let's see. Cross Ohio. Okay. Here's the thing. Here is the thing. I'm going to bring you over to the models for a second because according to some, maybe even places here in Ohio could see snow tonight. Yes. The dreaded S word, snow. Let's see. Precipitation type. Here we go. Most of the snow tonight, though, is expected. Yeah, there you go, right there. Kind of showing for early tomorrow morning. Eastern Ohio could be seeing a bit of snow. But like I said, once again, it's really those upper elevations there, towards like the, towards like eastern, kind of here towards like eastern West Virginia there. Yeah, you guys are just going to get a lot of that upper level snowfall. Obviously, the upper elevations where it's a bit more cooler, but yeah. Let's see here. Barbara says, or Max says, sounds good. Thank you, no problem. Barbara says, here west, northeast, right above my dad's house, watching it move slowly. Gotcha. Mega says, thanks, no problem. Matthew says, back from crawfish. Yeah, lucky. Sounds really, really good. Anyways. Let's see here. Proxy says no, snow. Andrew saying ain't so. I mean, you can see it for yourself here. But, okay, here's the thing. Proxy, since you're closer to water, obviously, water really, since you're close to water, it really impacts your surface temperatures. Obviously, in the fact to where it is a little bit more warmer than it is kind of more interior Ohio. So as you can kind of see here, even though there is some snow that might be possibly near you, honestly, I think you're good. Because like I said, you're right here in that coastal, coastal there to the Great Lakes region. So since you're right on the Great Lakes area here, you're going to stay a little bit more warmer than these other areas. I mean, even these areas that might get snow, probably not going to see any accumulations because still just simply a little bit too warm for that. But yeah. But no, like I said, but that would be a problem, though, if you lived across, like, West Virginia, across the Blue Ridge Mountains here. Yeah. That's where we got to look out for accumulating snow. Let's see here. Manu says, hello, USA from Paris, France. Really? What's up, man? Hope you're doing good, man. Glad to have you here. You're the first person from France that I even know about here. So that's an honor, dude. Welcome. Hope you're doing good. All the way from Paris. Wow. That is cool. I just love seeing people from all over the world just joining in. I mean, we've had people from Germany, had people now from France, had people from actually even Russia that's joined our live streams. Australia, we've had Canada, a bunch UK. We've had a lot from the UK, a lot of different countries, and I find that really cool. Even though we mostly cover the United States, it's just cool to see everybody come together across the world and just hang out. It's pretty cool. Well, obviously, welcome there, man. That's super, super cool. Let's see here. Toronto, Ontario says Benjoy. So, yeah, you guys are definitely getting impacted by this here. According to the high resolution model here, the same thing kind of applies to you as I was talking to Proxy about, is the fact that since you're close to water, obviously it's staying a little bit more warmer towards the coastline, which would basically lead you towards, basically would lead you to more warmer conditions out there. So you should dodge the snow, essentially. That's what I'm saying, essentially. But yeah, unless you live across like upper elevations of West Virginia, yeah, then that's where you're gonna be looking for. Anyways, let's see. Barbara said, I used to camp with my dad. I hear lightning and see thunder. He would look at me, priceless expression, break down laughing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. That's a classic. Hearing lightning and seeing thunder. I tell you, to a weatherman, like, obviously me being the weatherman I am, if I ever hear anybody say that, and they genuinely don't know, that is so frustrating to me. It literally, oh my gosh. Wow. Can we just take a minute to appreciate that spinning nature of that cyclone up there? This guy, watch up here. You can see how it's spinning counterclockwise. Yeah, like I said, it's supposed to be out by the 4th, so it should not last too much longer. But no, this system's been here in the United States like for almost a week, essentially. A little bit less than a week, but I have some observations actually here. It's 30th. Oh, okay. Here, I'm going to show you all something real quickly. I have this on my cork board. This was that low pressure system that's rolled through. You can't really see that. But that's an observation. I took a print. I printed it. This is the same low system that we're looking at. This is whenever it was over like Tennessee and Kentucky and Alabama and Mississippi regions. And this was on the 28th. So, yeah. No, this thing's been across the states for quite a few days now. But luckily this thing's heading out here soon. And, of course, we have another little system. Oh, wow, look at that. Right there at the end. Okay. So this is kind of an early view, but it looks like storms might be firing off late on Thursday. Yeah, but you can kind of see that little line that the NAM 3-kilometer model, the model we're looking at right now, suggests. So we will see. Let's see here. Let's see. Manu says here we have less interesting weather phenomena. Yeah, I hear you. Now it's different. It's really different everywhere you go, essentially, and it's constantly changing too. It's crazy. I mean, it's never the same all forever year round. It's crazy. Let's see. Wanted to be a storm chaser. He said wife wouldn't let him, but I was willing to join him. I got you, Barbara. No, I hear you. Storm chasing is definitely a pretty cool thing to do, but I only just make sure you know what you're doing if you decide ever to go storm chasing. Make sure you have very good knowledge on storms. Even if radar goes out, I mean, radar is a very important tool, obviously, for storm chasing, but say if you're in a bad cell service zone, last thing you want is not knowing where you're at, not knowing what the storm's doing. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. Just make sure you have good knowledge and you can actually see what the storm is doing without a radar, essentially. Let's see here. Tyler says, how is 30125 going to be looking? 30125. All right, let's see here. Hold up. Where did my little search thingy go? There we go. 30125. This is in Georgia. Okay. Alright, so Georgia, yeah, you're pretty much good, my friend. No severe weather on the horizon, which is good news. No, Georgia's pretty much good to go, actually. The only thing I have to say about you, though, is that you are in a red flag warning. So, obviously, fire conditions, conditions are possible out there. Here, I'll go ahead and show you real quickly. We're going to switch over to the full screen. A bit windy out there, I can tell you that, there in Georgia. Pinks right there is red flag warnings. Once again, low humidity, high winds, leading to leading to fire conditions. Mixing those two together, the tan color, that is showing that we are seeing gusty winds. Those are wind advisories. But yeah. Let's see. Kansas is ready as always. Yep. Like I said, Kansas does have a risk for Thursday, so we'll watch it. Let's see here. Mosquitoes are getting bad. Yep, and they will continue to, unfortunately. My allergies are starting to get to me. I started out this season because this season my allergies started later than they normally do. So it's like I was like, did I get over allergies? And the next thing you know, as soon as I said that, boom, week later, starting to deal with them. Sucks. I hate these allergies. But yeah. But anyways, that's just kind of what we're seeing here. Rain says, I love this time of the year. Yeah, I don't blame you. Winds have been crazy the past 3 days. Yep, Tyler, they have. Like I said, that's been a result of this really large low pressure system that's rolled through here. Let's see. Here, let's move y'all. Let's see. Did I have, there we go. I knew it was back there somewhere. But yeah, no, you can see that low pressure system right over the northeast right now. It was a lot stronger than what it is now. But like I said, this thing's going to slowly creep its way southeastward now, so. But yeah. See, Texas is really getting it. Yep, Texas, especially Thursday. Once again, I think Thursday has tornado potential. From what we looked at there. Here, we'll go ahead and... Yeah, no, I do think that Thursday could be a problem for tornadic activity in Texas here. Let me zoom in this view for you, make it look a little bit more neat for y'all. Yeah, like I said, here's that thunderstorm juice, basically that available thunderstorm energy. As we move into Thursday, you can kind of see there's this big old streak of thunderstorm fuel being persistent. Now, some of it is what we call capped out, meaning that there is some factors preventing thunderstorms from forming in some areas. Doesn't seem to be too strong, though. But like I said, central Texas there. Look out for it. Let's go ahead and grab a sounding towards like Wichita Falls. Just as a curious look here. Wow. Okay. So I understand a lot of you guys would not understand what we're looking at right now. This is what we call a sounding. Winds at the surface are moving north, so the winds here at the ground level are moving north, and 6 kilometers up, so obviously several thousand feet up in the air. The winds are changing directions kind of to the east-northeast. So with that directional change, there is a little bit of a curvature on our hodograph here. So this is a hodograph. This we call a skew T. Anyways, regardless, it looks like there's some curvature and possible tornadic producing storm activity. Hail does not seem to be a really big concern. Hail gross area is a little bit too warm for anything significant from what it looks like. Damaging winds, though, You know, considering we have some pretty strong mid-levels, a lot amount of decape, we call it, basically that thunderstorm fuel in a downdraft that could spark damaging wind gusts, I think that's a concern. So damaging wind gusts here in tornadoes is, once again, what I think is going to be the biggest possibility there. So, yeah, we'll watch it. We'll see. Let's see. Daleen says, what is Omega block in weather? That's the second time somebody's asked that today. All right, let's see. I'll go and show you real quickly once again. To my friends out there, so you probably heard Omega block or Omega high. Let me show you what it is real quickly. Literally, a couple of people have already asked that today. Don't worry about it, though. I'm just glad to see you guys asking questions. So basically what an Omega high is basically we have a low-pressure system on the west, big old ridging, and a low-pressure system on the east. So like I said, we have that low-pressure system that we were just talking about that's spinning up across northeast. We have ourselves another little low-pressure system out here towards California, or expected to be out there towards California. And then we have a big old area of high pressure across the central United States. So this is what we call a trough, a big dip in the jet stream. We call a ridge, a big rise, a little bit of a mountain here in the jet stream, and another dip here in the jet stream on the eastern side. So an Omega high is basically a strong high pressure system centralized over the over the central United States with low pressure on the east and on the west. So that's basically a pattern, which is called a Omega high, Omega block, whatever you want to call it. Same thing, essentially. But yeah, that is essentially what that is. Hopefully that made sense for you. Hopefully that was good enough teaching. Anyways. But yeah, but like I said, once again, back over here to Thursday. I think Thursday could have some serious potential in it. Let's see, lower level winds. Yeah. No, those winds are, I wouldn't say they're anything special, but they're moving fast enough to fire off some potential tornadoes. You know, as of now, highest tornado probability is probably going to be towards like Oklahoma and northern Texas, which we'll see. Let's see here. What for Saturday? Right now, so this is for Friday. Saturday, I don't expect much. Yeah. See, late Friday. Okay, late Friday could deliver some more severe weather, as there's lots of instability out there. Let's try southeast here. We're going to zoom the GFS for a second. So let's try late Saturday. Okay. Now, you know what? I think Saturday there could be... There's definitely enough thunderstorm juice across a lot of the southeast to potentially fire off some thunderstorms. Maybe a few severe. But let me grab a few soundings. We'll try Little Rock. We're going to grab a Little Rock sounding here. We're going to grab Central Louisiana sounding here. We're going to grab like Central Alabama too. Let's see. Okay, that's not really... yeah, don't like that sounding. This guy... I think this was the one that was over Louisiana, I think. Yes. And then this is Alabama. Okay. Wow. The one here towards Alabama, I think that could be like a hail. That looks like a hail producer. Very dry. Low PW, what you call precipitable water. Yeah. No, I think hail, that could be a possible concern. Damaging wind gusts, possibly as well. Yeah, that's going to need monitored since that's still like 3-4 days out. So we'll just keep that on the back burner for right now. Anyways, let's see. Tornado alert, are they expected in the next few days? So tornadoes are not a concern today or tomorrow. However, Thursday, so basically 2-3 days out, they are going to be a concern. Yeah. Let's see, Arkansas. Yeah, we'll need to watch out for that, essentially. Alrighty, y'all. Well, I tell you what, I think we are probably going to head off here for now. We've been live here for about an hour and a half so far. Once again, y'all, thank you so much for joining us. You guys absolutely rock. Once again, big thanks goes to y'all. Obviously to our supporters. Thank you to our new subscribers to the channel. Thank you so much. Obviously, I owe a big old thank you to our donators for today. Like I said, if you guys would like to support the channel, that way we do have a little dollar icon out there in the chat. If you guys want to help support us directly, we also do have our Cash App in the description, which is the $Andrew1355. If you want to send a few dollars, help support the channel, help keep our programs up and running, everything like that, be greatly appreciated. So like I said, we obviously owe a big old thank you to our donators for today. Scott Clark, thank you so much, dude. Greatly appreciated. We also have ourselves Todd for becoming a member. Thank you so much. Liam for being a member for a while. Thank you so much for 4 months now. Once again, thank you so much. Proxy as well. Thank you so much. You all absolutely rock. Thank you all very, very much for your very kind and generous support. You guys are awesome. You guys are absolutely awesome. Let's see here. Have a great evening, Andrew. See you next stream. This is Proxy. See you later next stream. Once again, thank you so much, Proxy. That's super, super nice of you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You absolutely rock, Proxy. But yeah, no, we'll need to watch out for, I think, Saturday. Saturday could have a severe weather risk out there for the southeast. Winds seem to be a little bit weak, but we'll see. Definitely, there's thunderstorm juice out there for Saturday. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. How's it look for Wilmington, North Carolina? All right. So right now, nothing expected. Yeah, in the long range, no severe weather, so you're pretty good. Alrighty. Let's see here. Saying lots and lots of hugs, prayers daily to y'all. Be safe too, says Barbara. Well, thank you so much there, Barbara. And stay safe out there with those storms here tonight. Okay. Alrighty. Well, stream's going to go ahead, and we're going to go and switch over to the ending screen, my friends. Like I said, if there's anything else you guys would be, or if there's any questions you might have while we're off the stream, we do have our Discord. Yeah, consider joining our Discord. It's there in the description. You guys can check all that out if you'd like to. Like I said, we have some pretty cool stuff in the description. So we have our cool merchandise if you guys want to buy a shirt. Some pretty cool stuff on that merch page. We got some hats. We got some cups, all kinds of cool stuff. If you guys would be interested in that, which will directly support the channel. Like I said, we have our Discord. We have our Twitter at NWW1162. That is our Twitter handle. If you guys want to follow us on Twitter, all that fun stuff. Anyways, but that's going to go ahead and wrap it up here for tonight, my friends. Stream's going to head off here in 2 minutes. If you guys want to say anything to your friends and family who might be hanging around here in the chat. So go ahead and say your final goodbyes now to your friends out there. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be doing another live stream for y'all, probably tomorrow evening. Kind of similar around time to what we're doing tonight. We'll give y'all another update here on the weather, basically, for what we can expect, as new models come through and all that stuff. And obviously Thursday we are going to be live for y'all, so we'll keep an eye on it. All right, y'all. Once again, stream's now heading off here in 2 minutes. And once again, y'all, please take care. Stay safe out there. And we'll catch you guys here in the next one. Once again, love y'all. Please stay safe. Catch you then.
Partly sunny. Wednesday night, northeast wind 5 to 10 knots. Waves 2 feet or less. Mostly cloudy. Thursday, east wind 5 to 10 knots. Waves 2 feet or less. Mostly cloudy. The following is a flood bulletin for the following county: Menominee, Michigan, and Marinette, Wisconsin. Flood warning in effect from this afternoon until further notice. Minor flooding is forecast. The areas impacted include Menominee River near McAllister. The hazardous conditions are expected from this afternoon until further notice. Impacts: at 16.5 feet, water approaches River Drive and Shore Drive west of Wallace in Menominee County, Michigan. Water approaches South Park Road east of Porterfield. At 9 a.m. Tuesday, the stage was 14.7 feet. Forecast: the river is expected to rise above flood stage late this afternoon and continue rising to a crest of 16.0 feet Thursday morning. Flood stage is 15.0 feet. http://www.weather.gov/safety-flood. The following is a flood bulletin for the following county: Marinette, Wisconsin. Flood advisory in effect until 10:45 a.m. Thursday. Hydrologic flooding caused by rain and snowmelt is expected. The areas impacted include a portion of northeast Wisconsin, including the following county: Marinette. The hazardous conditions are expected until 10:45 a.m. Thursday. Impacts: minor flooding in low-lying and poor drainage areas. River or stream flows are elevated. At 10:51 a.m., gauge reports indicated heavy rain and snowmelt. Minor flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly in the advisory area.